our end, it looks different than it does on you guys' end. So it's that first moment of trying to make sure everything connects and everything is working. So it's panic mode of has 6 months worth of work come together. And it looks different than it does on you guys' end. So it's that first moment of trying.
That's better. All right. Look at
Are you
that.
there? Oh, is it there?
I think so. Ha ha. We are live on YouTube.
Yes. Oh, I love y'all. Thank you for the love and the grace and the prayers. Here we go. We are on our way. First of all, hi guys. I'm Tammy. This is my hubby Lance for the Journey to Healing team. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for everybody's love and grace as we've moved into the new platform, new website, new coaching platform, new everything, trying to figure it all out. So you guys know how we are with electronics. We're a little bit challenged over here. So we are putting all the pieces of this puzzle together. And the whole goal in this is to have one central place for everybody to meet, everybody to find links, everybody to find information and connect with each other. And the real cool part of it, we've got all the steps for the Zoom links will be over there. The YouTube will be over there. We're going to be able to do that. But by next month, we're hoping to bring it all together. So none of the groups will be on Facebook. We will all be able to be over private on our own community that doesn't have to jump through Facebook hoops and all of that to get it.
Yeah, look at it. We love it. I see people's names popping up. This
People's
is
names.
awesome.
Okay, so you're finding us. You're finding
Yes. Yes.
That makes me want to cry.
It works.
So thank you guys. This has been a year's worth of work trying to come to fruition. So thank you guys for being so patient and helping us through this. But having everybody find their way in, just know how you did that. You will always be able to go over to the website, log in on that membership thing at the top, and that will get you in every time, no matter which course you're in. If you're in private coaching, if you're in group coaching, if you're in the live, it will all be right there. So you're going to be able to come in and join in. All your links will be there.
Let me say something too.
Go ahead.
Because once you log in like that and put your information in there, it builds like a folder for you. So if you add any classes, any coaching that you do, it'll save that in that membership login, and then it'll show you, hey, I'm a part of free support group. I'm also a part of intermediate class. And I'm also a part of advanced fasting class. Whatever you have signed up for, it's going to keep that and catalog that for you. So wherever you need to go, you go to that membership login, and it'll show you all your classes, and anywhere you need to go, all you do is touch on it and go.
You just have to make sure if you're in more than one course or in more than one class, make sure you're going into the course for the right night or the right course, because the links are now different. How we used to always use the same Zoom links all week long or all month long, all year long until that Zoom link would break. We can't do that now because those are all auto-generated on the back end of the connections here. So you do have to go in and sign in, get the link, but make sure you're in on the right day. And when you get over in that class, make sure you're on the right class and time. So just make sure all of that when you get in there. And again, we just want to thank you guys for being so gracious and kind with us as we go through this. It is truly.
And if anything doesn't work, please let us know.
Number.
We can talk through it. Kevin just let me know about on his phone. It wasn't quite working right.
We still have some bumps that we're trying to work.
We still have some bugs that we got to work out, but I'm pleasantly surprised to see
faces.
What, 9 people here tonight? Right. This is awesome.
This is awesome. So thank you. It really is. It's such a blessing.
Anyway.
So the other thing, as you go in and do that, just know when you get into these courses right now, it is just your list of Zoom links, a little welcome message, maybe to say hi, but there is nothing else in there. Not yet. I was making sure all of the connections work before we put the time and the effort and the heartache and the money and everything into building resources and things over there. So I want to make sure everything was up and working. Now we can progressively be building and growing and sharing information. If there's something specific you want me to talk about over there, I can post it over there. It'll be there then for the replays or to go share. Everything will be in there. Now we can just build and grow, and we're not repeating the same things over and over. So the whole purpose of that is, if somebody missed the class that we set up Chronometer,
you can go back and watch it.
They can go back and watch it, and I don't have to do that with the whole class again. So it will progressively get better and better and things like that. So, and if you miss something, you don't have to panic, because now I will be able to share what we can do and things like that. It's just going to give us so much more opportunities and make our work so much more efficient. So thank you guys. We love you guys, and we are so happy to be getting on the right direction. 3 years of beating our heads against the wall to try to finally make some progress. So thank you. So that's our story about that. All right. We are, well,
No, we're not. I'm not.
I'm fasting.
I I did not. I did not make it. It was 90 some degrees in the shop today. Warmed me out. I came home and had two things of mackerel. I couldn't do it. So I was out of energy. Wasn't a good time for me to fast.
So I am fasting. I'm so far so clean. I'm doing okay, but I'm hungry. My lesson in this that I learned was yesterday we went and got some cheaper steaks at a place we don't normally shop at instead of our butcher. And we're kind of meat snobs. So we're laughing, calling ourselves meat snobs that we don't like cheap meat anymore. And we had bought some cheaper steaks and everything, threw them on the grill. No big deal. We can eat whatever. I'm not the princess here. We can eat some good old cheap steaks. Went ahead and did that, but I don't know if it was the difference of the fat ratio in them or just whatever, but I woke up this morning ready to chew my own arm off hungry.
And these were grass-fed, prepackaged ribeyes.
So,
So, I mean, it was within what we normally ate, but it was
different than we're used
different.
to.
It wasn't local. It was from a different place. And I would imagine that it wasn't local to that store either. So I think it was a little bit further away. So it tasted different. It looked different. It was just off a little bit.
It was okay.
It was okay, but
just no harm, no foul. But you could tell we both were just hungry today. And it's one of those, again, we just got to list our bodies. I'm going to push through it if I can. I'm going to try to just keep going. My ketones will kick in. And hopefully I'll feel better by tomorrow morning. We work all night tonight. So it's a win-win for me. He's out in that heat all day, though, running his butt off. I'm sitting here in air conditioning. So there's a difference of our chemistry and what we're pushing through. So if he needed a couple cans of mackerel and that's the worst he does on this, we'll consider it a success.
okay.
I'm good.
All right. I'm good with it too.
All right, guys. Dorothy, come on in. Come on in and check in and let us know how you're doing, Dorothy.
Well, I'm doing a 3-day sardine challenge.
Woohoo!
All right, I'll work.
And I would do it longer if I thought it would be healthy without being monitored by a doctor, but I don't know what the rule is there. But I have got to get rid of the sugar, and the only way I can do it is either not eat or eat one thing.
Yep.
So mentally, that's what I'm having to do.
Well, mentally, that is a great goal. It really is. Again, if they're not your favorite thing, that you're getting a buzz off of them. And I don't know a whole lot of people that are real excited about sardines, but if you're breaking those habits, you're breaking that dopamine response for every meal as well as that. So, I mean, it's just a win-win. Yes, you're bringing down your glucose and you're doing that, but it is a win that it is giving you a better brain chemistry to be able to think through and realize our meals should not be our dopamine of the day.
Right.
It can be, but that should be a planned, once in a while moment, not in every meal and everything going in. As far as doing and extending, I would look at it this way. You're getting nutrition in. You are not doing anything short of putting really good high density nutrition in. If you wanted to extend that, I wouldn't see any problem with that at all. I would do that myself if I liked it a little bit more. So here's one of the challenges we have set coming up, Dorothy, and I'll challenge you in this one. You can come with me when we do this. You'll see the post coming up, but I really want to do my clean 72-hour fast. So start on our Sunday, we finish on Wednesday. And then I want to take from Wednesday when we break, go to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back into Sunday, into the next clean fast, and do sardines on that in between, just to see what the rotation of a clean and a rotation of sardines back to back would do. For some of us that really struggle getting our glucose and our numbers to stay good, I think it's going to be a great challenge to try.
Again, so you're doing sardines first and then clean, or clean first?
It depends on when you think your week's starting. So our week usually starts on Sunday after church, family dinner, then we start our fast. So I would probably do a clean fast. And then when I break the clean, because that just works on our schedule, just because of the way we have everything scheduled on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Right.
So I'll probably do that one and then go straight into the 4 days in between with sardines.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let me know.
I'm working on it now. So it's one of the things we're going to be doing challenges and everything over in the big group. So that's going to be fun. It'll be cool. But I think one of those things, those of us that have been here a long time, I know Sue's having some struggles now, and Kevin Kevin's got his back now, but how many of us veterans have we do this work? It's not like we half-ass it. It's not like we have seasons of life that it ebb and flows, it comes and goes, but we have to have a way to shoot clean up. And Dorothy, I know me and you both, the people that are metabolically broken, that we have the thyroid issues, we have all the big issues. we got to deep clean. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just the only thing that happens, or we fill that liver right back up and we're right back where we started from.
Yeah, well, I can use excuses all day long, but this is an excuse that I'm accepting. My grandchildren went back to school today, so I won't have them. So I think that'll help too. So
It
I'm
does.
putting me first now. So
There you go.
Absolutely, Dorothy. And that's why I'm so proud of you. And it is different when you have kids around. I know when it's Lance and I here at the house and there's nobody here,
Makes it a lot
piece
easier.
of cake. When those kids
Yeah.
walk through the door carrying groceries and wanting this and wanting that, I literally have a face mask that I have to keep in my kitchen to cook for my kids because I cannot cook without tasting things. And
Yeah.
I've never put things in my mouth. If I'm fasting, I have to wear a mask while I cook for the kids. But just those smells that were, we've wiped all that out of our house. So
Mhm.
having the smells and oh my gosh, I just don't, Claire comes in carrying her own, she's old enough now to go to the grocery store and bring what she wants. So she does and walks in the door with all the things that I would it's like, you don't think you miss them until you're sitting there watching them enjoy it. And it's
Mhm.
like, oh, you suck.
Just one bite. I say
I
just
love
one
you.
bite.
I love you, but you suck. And, it's just those kind of things. But that is learning also, but it makes me focus. And when they're sitting there eating like that in front of me, it really is the moment of, as Nana and as mom, look up,
Yeah.
quit worrying about the food, and remember that I'm how old? I've been on death's door how many times, and I'm getting to sit with my grandbabies. I don't care
Yeah.
how old they are. I don't get, they're still my babies. And when you can take the focus onto something like that, Dorothy, you win. You win
Yeah.
every time. So you got this, but be watching. Those are the things. As soon as we get this all worked through this week and all the bumps worked out of it, then we're going to start the challenges and stuff over in the other group. So we've got lots of fun
Okay.
stuff coming. So
I'm ready.
nice job, Doris.
Good job,
Hold
Dorothy.
tight. Come
Keep it
on
up.
in, Linda. Come and check in. Tell us how you're doing. We've missed you.
Yeah, it's busy and it's the library is just summer reading program is busy time for us and but my John and my brother-in-law passed away last week. Well, I guess it was the week before last. So last week was the trip to Pennsylvania and the services and being around big groups of people and some people are just like they're just a lot. They're like nice and all.
It's a nice
There's
way
just
to
a
say it.
lot. Yeah, and I think one of the things that while I come across as an incredibly extrovert type person, there's a time in my day when it's like I'm done with people. Like you're a really nice person and all, but I'm like done today and I need to go and be somewhere where
Leave
I
me
can
alone.
Tap out.
yes. And so anyway, it was a really good time. John and I drove down to Pennsylvania and our two sons also drove down together. The two girls had reasons they couldn't. And so anyway, long story short, I fell off the wagon. I wasn't really very firmly on the wagon anyway. I tried that 48-hour, eating one meal every other day. And
How'd that go?
Tuesdays are no problem. I managed the Thursday, the first week, and then I couldn't make the Saturday because it was a family event. So I did the Sunday. And then I rolled around to the following Tuesday, and that wasn't too bad. And then I just got caught up in circumstances. And so in general, I think it's something that could work for me because of the way that my life goes. The biggest challenge is just having it's now 3 days is a 3-day fast, and then you have 4 consecutive days after that. When you're doing the alternate days, it's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday you eat, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday you don't, or Saturday or Sunday, and it kind of sort of works. And I didn't have a problem with the social part of it. I just had a problem with saying, okay, well, I won't eat on that day. I'll eat on this day instead. And then something else came up and I was like, oh, and I have to go to this thing, right? And they're going to have all kinds of food that's not good for me to eat. So I'd be better off to eat something that's good for me before, right? Rather than go. So it was just, I don't, and I guess the other thing I'm interested in knowing is, do the numbers, does it have the same health benefits as the 3-day fast? And if it doesn't, then maybe it's just not worth it to me to go through the sort of reorganizing of my life. So right now I'm on a sardine challenge. So I just started that. That was my dinner tonight. So that's me starting. Tomorrow's a very busy day, but I don't anticipate having time to eat. So that will be fine. And yeah. So then the only other thing is the heart thing. So I got a phone call from one of the nurses at the doctor's office, and they've got me on this medication, a very small dose of this medication. And she says to me, "How are you doing with the medication?" I said, "I'm fine." She goes, "Oh, it's working." I said, "No, you can't say that. I didn't have any symptoms before, and I'm taking the pill, and I don't have any symptoms now." She goes, "Well, why are you taking the pill?" I said, "Because they told me to take it." She said, "So it's working." I said, "No, you can't say that. You can't say that, because I have nothing that's subjective that makes me say I feel better." Like, she said, "Well, are you exercising?" I said, "Yes." She goes, "Well, good, you've been able to start exercising." I said, "No, I've always been exercising." You can't correlate these two things. The only thing that will actually prove to me that it's working is if I have another cardio echo thingamajigger, and it shows that the heart is actually beating and pushing more blood. That would be a number. I would say, if I had that number, I would say, yes, this medication is working. But we can't do this whole thing on feelings, because I haven't felt sick yet. I mean, apparently I am, but I don't feel it. So, and I could see Kevin nodding. So I know I've got a partner in crime with that one. But it does seem that they're awfully quick to say, "Oh, yes, we've got you fixed. You'll be good." And I'm like, yeah, no, that doesn't seem to, I'm not happy with that. So anyway, that's me.
Okay, Linda, a couple things you touched on that I think are great teaching moments. First of all, talking about the alternate day fasting and all those different things. Now, everybody listening, just so you know, Linda has set her chemistry up. She's a veteran, even though she wavers back and forth of getting there, but she is a veteran. She knows the science. So she knows when her chemistry is ready to fast. So that being said, if she goes to fast, alternate days or trying different things, Kevin's done different things like that. Once you're a veteran and you know how to read your numbers and things like that, you can juggle that, you can play with that, and you can see what works for your body. First of all, I want everybody, before you go into fasting or anything like that, or even a sardine challenge, you need to look at your calendar first. I want you to take an emotional assessment, and I want you to look at it as an actual physical look at your calendar. Does this fit in your schedule? You're not going to be fasting or doing your sardine challenge over your anniversary weekend or the weekend that the kids are coming, or something special going on. You want to make sure, first of all, you're emotionally ready for whatever push you're pushing your body into, whether that's a sardine challenge or a clean fast. If you're going in for a clean fast, you got to make sure your chemistry is right. That isn't something we take lightly or just jump into. So when we do a fast, we do go for that 3-day, that 72. If I'm going to sacrifice, I want the absolute best benefits that I can get, the bang for my buck. I do try to go to those, that'll be,
hang on.
got issues going on back here. Sorry, guys. You'll get there. You make sure your chemistry is right. Make sure everything is going in the right direction and your chemistry is ready to carry you. But when you're going into those 72s, I want it to be clean. I want the best bang for my buck. So what I do in that is make sure I look at my calendar. That is why we work till midnight on Mondays and Tuesdays. I mean, that is literally, we got people in every time zone around the world. So it's nothing for us to be working at midnight. So that is, just normal for us, but we do that on purpose. I don't have time to eat today, and I'm good with that. It keeps my head engaged. My ketones are kicking in. So first of all, it's looking at your calendar. Second of all, when you're looking at your numbers, Linda, when you're doing that alternate day thing, you're going to have to learn your body, track it. And this is where Keto Mojo and Chronometer, those two tools are indispensable when it comes to figuring out your personal chemistry, because now you can go look at your numbers. Kevin was rocking it there for a while, doing 2 days, doing 48s in a row and rotating through it and stuff like that. I do those. I don't get that magic, doesn't happen for me until I hit that 48 to 6. I think are a complete chemistry shift for me. It takes me stressing my body that long. I could do 48s easy, but I don't feel that magic. Whoop. Is that us? Getting on. Can everybody still see us? Are we good? Okay. Said our internet was unstable, so who knows?
Great.
Just what we need. But those things, everything, when we do that clean, I see and feel that chemistry shift from 48 to 72. That is when I feel the absolute best every week, is from that 40 Tuesday to Wednesday. I love. It's when I feel good, my emotions are good, my brain is working. If I'm going to go work out, it's going to be Wednesday morning. If I'm, those things just all happen. And I always find that on that 72-hour clean one. So that is just me though, but I know that because I check my numbers and I can think it through, and I've done it through enough times. I've proven it to myself. It just doesn't happen for me at 48 hours. Now, if you are blessed enough to have your chemistry kick in, Kevin's did. At 48 hours, Kevin would be a rock star, making crazy ketones, feeling great. My body does not do that. So again, this isn't a one size fits all. The steps may be the same. We may have to understand the same chemistry shifts, but everybody's body goes different. And my body needs that 72. I bet you Dorothy's needs that 72. I know Olivia enough, has been a veteran long enough. She does the 72s. Kevin can play with it a little bit. Sue, you listen to Sue. Sue has mastered this. She had crazy great numbers. Life happens a little bit, things struggle. Now she needs stressed again. So even at the veteran level, we still have to play and juggle. We still have to learn what is working for our chemistry and what isn't. So Linda, I would say challenge you. First of all, if you're going to do the 48s, first of all, make sure they fit in your calendar. Second of all, I would check your numbers and see if you're hitting that, because there is some magic that hits between that 48 and 72 that just isn't there before that. So is it better than nothing? Absolutely. Is it better than, not eating or eating a little OMAD or something? Yeah, it is still a step better. So what are you counting as a stressor? What are you using as a stressor? If it is the best you can do for right now, then there's nothing wrong with a 48. But when your chemistry is right and you feel it ready and it fits into your life, you push through to that 72 and get them in there. So we get that deep cleaning, because I know you have the heart issues and the other things that you're working on. That mitochondria health is what we want, that cellular health. And I really think the magic happens in those 72s. I really do. As much as we all sit there, I remember at the beginning of it thinking I'll do Dr. Boss's crazy course and I'll stop eating all my stuff, but I am not ever fasting because I will die. I was convinced I would die. I remember thinking I will flop on the ground like a fish, dead. There's no way I could go without eating. It was just because I was so used to my fruit smoothie and my little mug every day, all day long. And my sugars had to be doing this all day long. They would bottom out and it was like, oh my God, I got to eat, and I got to eat now. It's not, gee, in a little bit I'm going to eat. It's I got to eat now or I'm dropping. And I remember that feeling. And that's what most people relate to fasting is, oh my God, I can't go more than 2 hours without feeling awful. The difference of our chemistry shift is completely different. When you're fat fueled, I love fasting too, because that is when my body's got to go use off some stored fat, and God knows I've got enough. So when my body's out eating itself, dining out on my own butt, that's a win to me. So it's just those things of listen to your body, Linda, track it, keep your numbers, and answer it for yourself. But I still wouldn't give up on those 72s. But if 48's are best you can do, you got it. So good job. Come on in, Sue, our other superhero in the house. We got all kinds of superheroes in the house tonight.
Mhm.
Got it. I'm here. I didn't want to, but I did it.
God love you.
Yeah, right. Somebody better. I'm with Linda. I was trying the OMAD every other day, and I did it twice, but my numbers were not good. But I've also realized doing the 72s that the day or two afterwards, numbers just go back up. So why try? Who cares? So I don't know how some of you keep them low every day. I just don't get it. So I don't know. I've had, I ate lunch today and I haven't eaten since. And yes, I know I ate at 7 o'clock last night and shouldn't have. but I was trying to get the butter in, and the only way it was going to go down was with a few pork rinds. Well, that screwed it up. So, it's like, I'm not doing anything bad. It's just not working right now.
Sue, and I wouldn't say it's not working. Think how far you've come. Think what's going on the inside of your body. Think of that deep cleaning you're doing in that liver. Those 72s, things magic happen. My numbers do the exact same thing that you're talking about. My numbers will be great through a fast. That is why I love fasting so much. It's why I believe in it. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I love how I feel during those 72s. But I'm telling you, that is why I'm thinking of the challenge for the sardines for those 4 days, because inevitably, somehow, I am filling up my liver after every darn fast. I feel like I clean it all out, and then I must be doing something that's filling it back up. Clean it all out. But my numbers are still so much better than I was 2 years ago. It is still such a different chemistry shift. So, Sue, think how far you've come. Think how the diligent work that you're doing, the health that you're building on the inside, the new cells that you're building. I mean, we can see it in your face. You got the glow. When everybody hits that cellular turnover, things are happening, even though in our head sometimes it's not. Sue, stay consistent. Get back into those fast. Doing that. That is the other reason when Dr. Boz talks about the 8 weeks of 72s and everybody's like, oh, what do you do? We take a week or two off. We'll hit those 8 weeks, do that deep cleanup. We take a week or two off, but I'm telling you, we jump right back in for the most part. Now, are we perfect all the time in it? No. Inevitably, there's a birthday weekend here, or kids come over for dinner here, or whatever. One day, I was in the middle of a good, clean fast, felt great, and my granddaughter invited me to lunch for my birthday. I'm not turning that date down for nothing. So, those kind of things, you break those when you need to. You break when you have to, but the mindset in it is, you know what? We take a week off, we regroup, check our numbers, but we get right back in it until we've been damaged for decades. I can't see where it's going to hurt me to fast. I probably need a couple years of fasting, in a routine like that to clean out my liver. I mean, the damage that has been done to my body from medications, chemo, lack of sleep, fruits and veggies going in me to crazy amounts that I had put sugar in my body. I mean, think how deep we've got to clean to get that out, Sue. So don't get discouraged. It is just your body's leveled out a little bit. You had that superhero cape. Do you remember saying to you, don't get too used to it because it's going to go away after a bit.
Yeah.
And it happens, but that's
Yeah.
okay. Now you're ready to take it another level.
I guess it also, I get thinking, I'm going to have to fast 72 hours every week for the rest of my life.
No.
Well,
That's how I count on it. Then if I don't have to, it's going to be a win.
It's like, come on, oh, well, I'm okay. I just do that.
It is frustrating. Does anybody else feel that way? It is frustrating as hell. I am sorry, but it really is when we live this and breathe it. I walk it, talk it, live it, breathe it. There is no doubt about it. For the majority of my life and my days, I live this. Again, I'm not doing this to fit my skinny jeans. I'm doing this to save my life. But it is so frustrating to have to stay this consistent, make these kind of sacrifices on a daily basis. And I have to do it for years. I have to do this until. What's the alternative? Going back to the way we used to eat?
No.
Never going to happen. So I may not be perfect in it. I might have a moment that, you can't always control everything, or even just a moment that you relax a little bit. And oh my gosh, we may be up to like 15, 20 carbs, living on the edge, kind of thing. Think about it. If I'm living on the edge and go to 15 or 20 carbs, that's relaxing for us. That's like, whoa, what's going on? But that's also a treat day. It's also you know what? I can relax for a minute through my brother's death, Cleveland Clinic, hanging out, burying him, watching him, knowing that he waited till the month before he passed to say, sis, can you help me? That was an emotional struggle to deal with, of watching. It's like, yeah, I could have helped you 6 months ago, a year ago. I could have whatever. It's like, it's too much, it's so frustrating. So there's frustration at every level of it. But that's, again, we know we're on the right path, Sue. And sometimes it's defeating, but that is where your tribe comes in. That's where we're all here. Come on, Sue. When we start this sardine challenge, this revised sardine challenge that we're going to try, she's still going to do it. All right. You could do mackerel, whatever you need to do. But if
we call it the 7-split challenge.
The what?
The 7 split or 3/4 split, or
Okay, I like that. So that's what we're working on actually is what are we calling it? It's Dr. Boz's sardine challenge on steroids or something, it's just one of those. But for those of us that have that deep cleaning to do, here's a structured way I can do it. I don't think I can do that 8 weeks in a row, but I'm going to try to do a series of them. So we're going to get it all figured out. We'll put the challenge over there. But Sue, I encourage you, just stay tight, hold
I
tight.
know.
You got
I know.
this.
I just got to keep going. And I will confess, I bought a can of sardines. They may never get opened, but they're on my shelf.
I think you should try them on live. while we're
Oh,
live.
yeah, right.
Hey, Sue, I will challenge you this. Lance
I
has
dare
videos.
you.
I will eat one. I will eat a can live with you when you're ready to do that because I
Ooh.
sit and gag and laugh over. He makes fun
I'll
of
do
me
that.
so bad.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
could do that.
He
We're gonna have
videos me.
we'll have a sardine party one night. We'll just sit,
Oh.
we'll crack them all. Everybody grab them. We'll crack them all at the same time, and we'll all look at each other when we have the face when we first put it in our mouth.
Oh,
I mean, like my
Oh.
eyes turn red. Like I'm not sure if I'm going to
She's
throw
gonna
up or
throw.
cry.
I swear she's gonna throw up one day.
Live on TV.
Yeah.
I
Right.
would.
But
I
It must be
would.
really bad because I have never seen, as many times I've been in Tammy and Lance's house, I've never seen her eat sardines. So she must be
Ah.
embarrassed to do it in front of me. It must be that
Absolutely.
bad.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I want to like them. I think that's what makes me so mad is I'm so damn bullheaded. There's nothing I can't do. It's one of those, if I set my mind to something, it's happening. And I am telling you, those sardines still challenge me. They go down. I'll make them go down, but I'm convinced I'm going to make myself like them is what I want to do. And my body's telling me otherwise, but I
No.
love
You
what
remember,
they do.
remember the story? Remember the story about the man who, when you talked about eating something, it would make him throw up. His wife was trying to sneak veggies. That was one of Dr. Buzz's stories. And she said to him, if you were living on a desert island and the only thing there was to eat was lima beans,
Yeah.
you would become the world's expert in lima beans. You would know that they were grown, on the shady side of the island, harvested at full moon.
It is because it is such a brain game. It really is. And, I don't like lima beans either. So that's probably my second yuckiest food. But, those kind of things, we can do that. And I love that kind of a challenge though. But I will tell you again, anybody that's out there that's saying, oh my gosh, I am telling you what they do for my numbers. I'm more frustrated with what my numbers won't do until I do sardines than I am eating the sardines. I would rather get the sardines in me and get the chemistry that I want for my body. And they literally, in Dr. Boz's 21-day course, I'm telling you, you watch 200 people do it at the same time, and it works on everybody. This isn't a special thing because of it. It is crazy. I'm like, I never dreamed in a million years those little boogers would be that beneficial. So that being said, before I forget, 21-day course is going to be going up again, start September 9th. Anybody that wants in, I have a link over there I will share. I would ask you to please sign in under my affiliate link. It helps me out a little bit. You can request me for a coach, or you're welcome to, there's other coaches over there and they're all lovely. Everybody's great. If you want a different perspective than just mine, I would encourage you, go ahead and jump in and pick whoever you want. It's all a win-win. You're not going to go wrong. So I would love to have you in my group, but if that time frame doesn't work out that I'm teaching my group, you're welcome to get somebody else. And I encourage it because it's a win-win because we just get another take on how we all do this. And that's no problem. So
Hey, Tammy, can you tell us a little bit about that 21-day thing? I know she does the sardine challenge, but
It's a grab your bootstraps and hang on.
it's an intense.
It's serious. I mean,
intense.
She's not playing around.
So for the 21-day, it is literally, we meet live Monday through Friday, first thing in the morning with Boz, every morning at 8:30. She goes through a group session where she picks one case and she will elaborate on it. She's going to talk about it. She's going to teach about it. That first week, we're setting everything up. It's getting everybody in. When he says grab your bootstraps, it is grab and run because you're getting thrown in the deep end. Here we go. But the beauty of it is even if you're a veteran, it's magic because it's how many days do we actually all do accountability for 21 days? We check every day. You're doing it properly. You're doing chronometer. You're checking your numbers. You're doing it consistently for 21 days. It is a great, she's not kidding when she calls it a kick stop. I mean, it's a metabolic kick because she's kicking you in the butt is what she's doing. And it's what us veterans need when we do get that lazy or, you know what, I just need that jump start twice a year. I love it. You're getting ready to head into the holidays. It's perfect timing. So that being said, now if you're a newbie, here's where the hard part comes in.
It goes fast.
The newbies go fast and it's pushing. So I would say if you think you may want to do it in September, get your chemistry set now. Be working on hitting those fat macros. Get working on doing that so you're not running in as a complete newbie slammed into a brick wall of it. Now, this is where the sardine challenge comes in because you're not ready to go clean fast in 21 days and start that kind of rhythm. The sad part of that is when the ones that get there, they may push through it and white knuckle it through, but that's the difference of white knuckling it through a fast and being your chemistry ready for a fast. This is where she throws in the sardine challenge. And again, when you watch 200 people do a sardine challenge in everybody's numbers, even the bare minimum beginner with no good chemistry under their belt, no time frame under their belt, when they do that sardine challenge, it is amazing how much glucose you can clean up in 3 days.
I do think Dr. Boss has some stock in the sardine industry.
Right. But it's such a neat challenge because it's one of those things, and she don't cut anybody any slack.
No.
It's not everybody can do it. I don't like them. I don't love them, but they go down. And it's one of those, oh, I'm allergic to shellfish. Nope, it's not a shellfish. You're fine. I mean, it's literally unless you're having.
And here's the basic takeaway from that 21-day course is you're going to change your habits in 21 days. It takes 21 days consistently to change habits. That is why there is no strange reason why she picked 21 days. It is a purpose. You are going to change your lifestyle and the way you eat and the way you look at food in 21 days.
When you can break.
So it is very intense and you have to put the effort in to push yourself, especially if you're going to be a beginner. You are going to have to put everything you have into it to get out what you need.
But here's a couple things that how many times do you put yourself first for 21 days? How many times is your health a priority for 21 days? How many times are you putting that kind of effort that you put into everybody else in your life? How many times are you putting that effort into you for 21 days straight? There is a beauty in it. That is why I coach it. That's why I'm happy to volunteer and do this. It jumpstarts my metabolism. And it's like all of us can take a hand and reach onto each other and go. And it's just, there's a beauty in the course. There's a sisterhood. I've made friends in this course that you're in the muck and the mire together. I mean, you are working through habits. You're working through addictions. You're working through crisis and traumas from childhood. You're working through so many things in the midst of that 21 days that get stirred up that you get to deal with life and bring it forward. And then when you come out of the 21 days, now, a lot of people got to slow back down. You know, we can't live in that all forever, but you slow back down, but you find a new rhythm now. Now you know you can do hard things. Now you know, oh my gosh, my glucose, like Sue's saying, my glucose just keeps staying up, What's Sue got to do? Sue's got to put some pressure on it. We're going to try something different. We got to go another step further. That 21 days does that for you. When you come out, you have a new mindset and you're ready to jump in again. Whether that means you're going to add fitness to it, whether you're going to add fasting to it, whether you're going to add sardines, maybe you can only get to mackerel, whatever is going to work, but it is giving you a fresh mindset of moving forward and putting your health and making you a priority. So it's amazing. It really is. And it's the jumpstart most of us need when we get stalled and idled. It's a great jumpstart. It really is. But that being said, it's a handful and it's tiring and it's rough and it's hard. And again, we can do hard things. So
we don't want to sugarcoat it.
I'm not sugarcoating it for you, but it's awesome. I mean,
I would rather have you come back and say, Lance, that was easier than you said, and I've done my job.
Right. I just want you prepped and ready because those are things that are hard. They're hard to do. But again, it's the focus for 21 days. And where else can you go? You get a coach and Dr. Boz for 21 days to pick your chemistry apart.
Straight.
It is neat because you'll get on the patient dashboard for Keto Mojo. You'll have a coach, you'll have a group. And hopefully she got enough coaches that there'll be smaller groups, so it works out nice when you get that little bit of intimate time of a coach. Some of the coaches are different educations and different things like that, but most of the time, if they have a problem they can't figure out, they can reach out and get the help. Each coach helps pick somebody to present to Dr. Boz to see what cases she wants to present on the classes. And that's how we all learn. And that is, again, why the groups are so beautiful, because that is how we learn from each other's chemistry, is by sharing our wins and our struggles and following each other and learning from each other's mistakes and wins. So it's just a good thing.
Thank you.
Yes. Come in. As soon as everything's working here tonight, I will get those links over there for Dr. Boz's, the 21-day course, if you would. All that stuff will be ready. Another quick thing I'll show you guys real quick, if I can. The new website, if everybody could go over and check out our new website, journeytoketo.com. We've just combined a bunch of resources in one place. So under Tammy's favorites now.
Are you going to screen share?
Yes, I am.
She's going to screen share, that way everybody
Screen share and show you what I'm talking about. There's a couple things I want to show everybody. So first of all, can everybody see my screen?
Does everybody see the screen?
Everybody good? Okay. Now over here, first thing I want y'all take note of this little button up here where it says your membership login. Anytime you don't know where to go, can't find your links, can't figure out where you're supposed to be, whatever, you go to that login, you sign in, and it should take you to your course. Now, we've got a couple of them having glitches that are stopping somewhere else before it goes to your course. But even we'll get all that worked out. So that is eventually where you're going to go to find anything that you need to find us.
I did figure something out because if you happen to click that and it takes you to a page that says Save Beginner. Up in the right-hand corner, there's a tab that you click that says Login. Go ahead and click that. You'll have a chance to enter your email and your password. Also, you can click the button that says Remember Me and then log in. Once you do that, that will take you to your course page. That's where you will see all your courses listed. Kevin, we tried to do that before the meeting started on his phone, and I didn't quite have the way to go there.
And what you're seeing when that comes up and it just says Save Beginner, that's just another course that I'm working on. It's showing it in the back end, and I can't find where to hide it. So it's just skimming over. It'll be something else it's trying to push up and share, but it's not ready to be shared.
And that button, I'm actually looking at the other computer right now. It says Sign In. It's in the tan section. It's right next to all products. It should say Sign In. But then you do that, and then you sign in with your email, and it'll take you to your courses once you sign in with that.
Okay. So right here's your membership login. This is always going to be on the top of every corner in the website. So anytime you're lost, you go to journeytoketo.com and you just sign in. You're right there. Okay. So that's where all that is. Now, the one under for supplies, Tammy's lifestyle favorites is where you're going to go. I'm trying to just build a big long link of everything we talk about, but I tried to break it down with categories here. So if you're a beginner, I got beginner things here. Of course, our first three major things we need right there, Keto Mojo and Chronometer. And you come down. So these are things that we accept for beginner lessons. Now, again, beginners are a little bit different, have a little bit more leeway than, the advanced people do. So that's why we try to do it. Fasting approved. If you need something and you're fasting, these are things that you can order to help you through a fast. So we got it broke down in categories. It's not perfect yet. We're still cleaning up. Brain health. What are some of the brain health things that we have? Jump rope. Anybody who's done the brains class knows that one. Those kind of things. So everything will be right here. Electrolytes. If you want electrolytes, we've got, uh-oh. IT guy needs on that.
Okay.
Electrolytes are not popping up.
Okay. I'll have to fix that.
Okay. Supplements. As we get everything in here, we'll just keep adding to it. So needless to say, this is where you can come anytime you need to get anything. These are links. These are affiliate links that help us out a little bit behind the scenes. So we thank you for that. We do have an Amazon page now that we can show you all the things when you say the things we use in our home. These are the things that, this is how we live the lifestyle. This is the things that, we make our home, our sanctuary for health. The coffee pots, our air fryer, the things that we use to do this will all be on here, and this is just going to grow. And when you're ready for the little fun challenges, they're all right here, the ones that we've tried. So any of them we can vouch for are all right here. Those are just things we're trying to do to help you out a little bit to make things easier. And I think it's easier if you're trying to break habits, if you're trying to not do impulse buys when you go to the grocery store, you have your groceries delivered. It's that simple. Amazon Prime is too easy to have stuff delivered to you, or Instacart. Instacart works great to just have your groceries delivered. You're not stimulating anything by going in, and it's like $10 to have it. It's worth $10 for me to not do impulse shopping, and it's worth $10 for me to not be stimulated by all the foods in there that I want and want to have. So having it delivered, I have the same grocery list every week. I do my butter, everything is right there in a row, and it gets delivered and dropped off on our doorstep. So that's another way. So we're just trying to make things convenient for you to learn to live the lifestyle with as less stress as possible. So that's what all this is for. So everything is here. A couple things that are new. We have coaching broke down into 101. We have group coaching, Dr. Boz's courses. Here's your family support group. Anybody on YouTube that's not signed in yet and you need to, just go to family support here, share it right there, get in there, and it's going to take you to the same thing. So we've moved things around a little bit, a lot of the same information, but now it can grow. Now we can grow it the way we need it to. So, okay, enough about all the fun stuff. So
don't be afraid to get over there too and start clicking around, making sure everything works.
And when you find something
if you find something that don't work, just go ahead over there and have fun. If you find something that don't work, just let us know. And like right now, I'm gonna go fix that. So
it takes a tribe. It takes a village at this point. So come on in, Olivia. Come and check in. We got a little bit of time left. Come on.
Hi, everybody.
All right,
It's been a couple of weeks that I haven't been able to get on, so I'm happy to see everyone and happy to see some of the newbies too. Yes, so I finished 8 weeks of 72-hour fast back in the middle of June, and then I took a week off and then started doing another 8 weeks of 72-hour fast. And then after that, I completed that first week and did okay. My DBR went down to 7 that time, but then it got really busy. Life got kind of busy. I was traveling with my husband. I had people staying over. All of his family came for retirement and his birthday, so we had a house full, and it was too difficult that long weekend to try and fast when I was the one doing all the cooking. So anyway, and kind of like Linda, after about 4 days, I was ready for everybody to leave. But anyway, it was still fun. And then I went ahead and took 3 weeks off in July. And then last week I did start my first week of 8 weeks again. And doing good. I started week 2 this past Sunday. And then we're going to leave this coming Saturday for 3 weeks. We're going to go camping. So I'll be gone, and I'll try and kind of check in with you all while we're doing that. We're going up north, trying to leave Texas because it's so hot. So we're going up to South Dakota, to Colorado first, and then South Dakota,
nice.
North Dakota, and be at Custer Park, I think is where we're going to stay for the most part. And then traveling back and visiting with some friends in Kansas City. And so, yeah, it's going to be a fun 3 weeks. But that's kind of what's going on.
Olivia, you're always our in-house superstar. So if anybody doesn't know, Olivia is the one that gets the DBR of 4. I'm getting her a cape with a 4 on it, because that is just, when you're talking about a veteran that knows her chemistry and knows how to do this, Olivia is no exception. She's done the work. It is not because she's some superhero of perfect chemistry and never been sick. She's worked through some major health issues and brought our health back. Any of you that have been with us for any length of time, we know some of our nurses are the hardest ones to work with and the hardest ones to get to understand the chemistry, because their heart and soul is into what they do. Their heart and soul is into believing. When we always talk about putting that connection with an action, or the emotion with an action, nurses do that every day, every minute of the day. They're putting their heart and soul connecting to a person, doing an action step to save a life. It is hard to break that neural pathway in a nurse's brain, because they so wholeheartedly what you're taught in medical classes is sad that you've got to go against everything your heart and soul has believed in for decades of work and caring and loving to say, hey, this ain't just, this isn't working right now. So Olivia, I applaud you for doing the work. I applaud you for all of it, that it's not easy to take a nursing brain and turn it into what we do now and understand that chemistry shift. So she's a miracle the whole way around, but I love the work she's done. And you are a resident superstar because it just proves what can be done with diligence. And I'm telling you, Olivia, we've stayed with Olivia when we travel, and the girl comes prepped and ready, and she's got it mastered. She walks in with her little cooler on her shoulder and her little containers of everything she needs. And it's too stupid easy. Like but she does the work. It's like, it's not a drama thing. It's not a, oh my thing. It's not a poor me thing. It's just, you know what? This is what we do, and this is how we do it. And I love it. So good job, Olivia. Welcome and congratulations on your hubby.
Yes.
Oh, home and
Yeah.
everything and traveling.
It's and I kind of feel Sue's pain as well, because at the end of this month I will have been doing this 6 years, and there's still times when I'm eating okay in between the fast, but for some reason my blood sugar is up, and sometimes our liver is just kind of trying to get rid of some of that glucose, and that may be part of it. There's just some healing going on the inside that we're not totally aware of, especially if, like you, Sue, you're eating everything that that's going to keep your carbs way down. And so I know you're not giving up, but just know that we're right there with you, and we've all been through it. And yeah.
It's that frustration point everybody hits. And then it's that, okay, again, weigh it out. What's the alternative? You're not going to go backwards. So it's wait it out. Well,
just wait.
You'll catch your breath again, and you'll get over the ticked off moment, and you'll be like,
and then you'll be at one day, you'll go, I'm at my last belt notch. Yes. I got to throw that in there. Sorry.
Lance is at his last belt.
On both my belts. So it'll happen, Sue. Just stay consistent. Just keep doing it. It'll go. It really will.
And just know every veteran woman on this page, he's hitting his last belt loop. Him and Kevin, we can
throttle
both
Right.
of them. But us girls, it is definitely a longer, harder process for us girls. So don't beat yourself up. Wait till you get your breath and your wind back under your sails, and we'll be ready to rock and roll again. But for a minute, sometimes you just gotta hit pause and say, damn it, sometimes it sucks.
Absolutely.
I appreciate all of it. And my hubby is right with Lance and Kevin, because he's down to 177 now, a little snot. He
Right.
says, I need new clothes. I don't want to hear it.
There's a store down the street.
Yeah, that's right. Don't complain to me. I know. I'm okay. It just got to grumble every once in a while.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? It is.
Absolutely.
And that's what your tribe's for, because we all understand. It doesn't mean you're jumping ship. It doesn't mean, oh my gosh, this don't work. It just means, you know what? You're going to catch your breath and you're going to start right back in. And that's okay.
if I went back to eating all the crap I have eaten all the years, I'd be so sick I couldn't get out of bed.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And I'm not about to do that.
No,
Not about to.
everyone on here, we've all come too far. I mean, it's just, we really have. We're
Yep.
so.
Okay,
All right.
thanks.
Thanks. Good job, Olivia. Come on in. Lee, you want to come in and check in?
She may be at work.
Oh, she may.
No, I'm in the break room, but anyway, I'm not ready to check in because I don't have a lot of time. I just wanted to say hello and see what everybody's up to. So
Good. Well, welcome aboard. Love having you.
Thanks for making it.
Who's left? Diane, you want to come in?
Diane and
Who we got? Tina.
Can
you unmute, Diana? You want to come check in? Hang on, you're muted.
I'm zoning here.
There you
go. It is that time of night.
It's that time.
Before I forget, I'm not going to be in class tomorrow night. I'm sorry. I'm an election judge, and I'm going to be heading out of here about 4:30 a.m. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Prayers for you.
Pray for me that I can get some sleep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it'll be all right. I'm used to it, unfortunately, but I'm doing good. You haven't seen much of me online here lately because I just decided that I need a little, since about probably mid-April, I've been spending every spare moment that I have online, watching drboz videos, doing all this stuff, and I'm just like, I need a break.
Yep.
And I'm not, I'm doing great with the keto. Not necessarily posting my numbers every morning, but they're in my thing if you want to see them. But doing good. Just got a lot of stuff going on. Mom's pretty certain she has a blockage in her heart again. She has all the symptoms. She's got a stress test Monday, so hopefully I just put her in God's hands that she'll make it long enough for them to get something done. I'm telling you what, it's like pulling teeth trying to get something done anymore. But,
Diana, that's just hard. And that's a neat lesson for everybody to live. When our families aren't okay, the people we know and love, it's not just our health. It's not just that person's health. It's not just our outside world, but all those things affect us. Each one of those issues in life affect our health too. And that is where, when it's one little thing at a time that you can deal with, but sometimes, some of us just get gut punches time after time after time. And it's like, all right, enough, and that's hard to do, but learning to navigate those and keeping your health a priority is the win in it. And that is where you learn to do the best you can do. And don't give yourself permission just because, we were up in Cleveland Clinic with my brother, and it's like there was nothing in that hospital to eat. Like, we were better off fasting than we were to try to eat anything in that hospital.
We found a great place on the way home from the hospital. Yep. Not a problem.
11 o'clock at night, we could eat our body weight in meat. Yep. Outside our eating window. Yep. Wasn't the best, but it was awesome smoked meat that we could eat. So it was outside of our eating window. It was still messing us up. But you know what? If we can't eat at the hospital all day, we're going to eat on the way home. And that was okay for that time being. It was the best we could do. Not perfect, not any writing home about any stars that were winning at that point. But at that point, you're in survival mode. And with your mama, I know you got your hands full. Do the best you can for you. Take care of mama, but you got to take care of you too.
Yep.
So, and sometimes we all need a break from socials and all that. So I get it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know, and there's been a couple other things that was just, the one thing really, I was pretty devastated that I couldn't talk my nurse practitioner into doing the 3-day sleep thing for me. But all hope is not lost. She said, I want you to see the doctor. But I couldn't get in a month. It's 2 months, but so that, and then something else totally out of the blue, talk about stuff from your childhood. Just a big whammy, and I've been an emotional wreck. In addition to everything else that's going on, it's like, okay, not going like, but it's gonna be all right.
Stay focused, keep going. You got this, Diana.
But I've had a lot of good stuff going on. I realized the other day, my right elbow needed reconstructing, and I didn't do the surgery. This elbow's hardly even hurting anymore. The other day I was like, it's not
non-scale win, non-scale victory.
Right?
So,
those things are so important. And I think those are the little things when we get down and discouraged or life starts kicking us in the gut.
Yeah.
Those little things that keep us focused and saying, you know what, that elbow, I'm not going in for surgery for that elbow. So that's a win. Yeah. Those kind of things. Again.
And I've made it 3 shifts in a row without taking any tramadol. So.
Nice.
Good.
There you go.
That's also a win.
Right.
Yeah. I couldn't work 2 hours before I was just dying.
Yeah.
So.
Well, nice job. Keep going. We're here if you need us.
Yep. Keep going.
Come on in, Tina. You want to come check in?
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, great. Well, I good news.
Oh, hang on, Tina. We need to get a little bit closer to your microphone.
Now we can't hear you.
You're all ripply.
Oh my gosh, can you hear me now?
You're in the matrix, but we can hear you. Just talk.
Okay.
Talk slow.
So, not in real big news. I'm going to be just starting today to shift to 2 meals a day.
Nice.
I did have a bit of, I'll say, a rougher weekend because low magnesium issues. then I think I went a little overboard on the magnesium because then I kind of had the runs. I
Ooh,
was like,
that'd do
oh
it.
my gosh. But everything seems to be okay now. The last 2 nights I've been okay, no cramping in the middle of the night, so that's good. My numbers look okay. I'm just kind of flying high on my ketones right now and realize that it's probably going to change at some point when my body figures out that I'm overproducing ketones. But right now, it's great.
What's your ketones running?
Let's see. I've been running today 2.6, yesterday 3.2.
Yeah.
So those are great numbers. And what'll happen with that is, like you said, your body's overshooting that a little bit and they will come down.
Yeah.
Ask Sue, you'll get that superhero cape for a little bit, ride it around and enjoy it. But those are one of those things that as your body gets more efficient, that'll calm down. It doesn't mean it's a fail and it doesn't mean something's wrong. That just means your body's starting to level out. So as that liver gets cleaned out and gets more stable, you're going to know those numbers are going to change. So just be ready for that, but enjoy every minute of it. You'll get more cleaning done. You'll get more work done. You will get more done in those days. Once that chemistry gets going, you're going to love it. So just keep going, Tina. Don't jump ship.
Yeah. Hopefully my glucose will come down. I mean, not surprisingly, a lot of times it's over 100. So,
okay. And that's that long-term, all the veterans on here will tell you that is that long-term cleaning that glycogen out of the liver, cleaning all that stored glucose. Think of how many decades we've all ate too much fruits, too much veggies, too much crap, everything like that. That liver is just bogged down and it takes time and energy to pull that glucose out of that liver so that that liver can get healthy. The fat has to go into the liver to produce a ketone. So that has to happen on a regular basis of deep cleaning. Think of it as spring cleaning the house. You got to get those nooks and crannies cleaned out. And that only happens by getting in and doing the hard work. That is the same way. That's where that fasting in the long run comes in, is because that's where it's cleaning all that out. So you're going to get there. Just stay tight.
I'm glad you brought up fasting because you've mentioned several times clean fast. Does that mean water and salt only, or?
Water, salt, black coffee, black tea.
Okay.
Anything other than that will break your fast. So,
okay.
But there's still different levels of that. But just don't go into a clean fast until your chemistry is ready, unless you're dealing with a major health issue or something like that, where we're going to slam you into it, which we've been known to do. But does everybody understand that? We get our chemistry correct to get into ketosis and get that chemistry correct in ketosis to fast. We don't usually fast to get into ketosis. We do the work to get into ketosis. We get that process moving and that chemistry going before we fast. Then that fast is easy. Like we're on 3-day one. How many days? You guys hear me? I love this feeling because my chemistry is right. If my chemistry wasn't right, then this would be white knuckling it. This would be hard. But that's the difference of your chemistry being ready as a veteran as it is to when we started. I mean, seriously, there was no way on this earth I could have fasted more than, 3 hours was a fast to me back then because I ate all day long every day. So you will get used to that as your chemistry gets going. You'll get stronger and stronger. And then you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be ready for your first meal of the day of OMAD. And you're going to say, you know what? I'm good. I don't even need that. That is where that all happens. So work on that chemistry first. It's more important that way. That chemistry shift is what matters. And you've got to keep that chemistry strong, get that base laid, because if you are going to do the 21-day course, that goes for anybody with Dr. Boz and I, you got to get that chemistry going now. So you are prepped and ready for 21 days of getting your butt kicked, because that's where the magic happens, but it's hard. So work on it now. If you're wanting in, get ready now. Hit those fat macros. Carbs are as low as you can get them. You got to do that to get that chemistry right.
Be consistent.
Right?
Be consistent. Get serious about being consistent.
You got enough time between now and September, the first week of September, to get your chemistry really good. So anybody that's not sure how to do that, if you want in our beginner group, if you're just starting, you can still get in the beginner group for August and take that month to get your chemistry correct and then jump into that 21-day in September. But you got to get that chemistry right first, or it's a tough road to hoe. It's hard. I'm a veteran and it's hard, but I love it. It's a butt kick we all need. I really do. I really do. All right. Any questions out? Hey, Terry, Joe, and Ashley. You look thrilled. Jesus. Any questions I can help? If you guys came in late, I'll call you and talk to you. Come on in, Terry, if you want to say something. You're muted. Got to unmute.
You got
We're
it?
late. We thought it was at 8.
Nope, it's at 7.
It's at 7.
Sorry.
You're catching the end.
I'm trying to get them connected on my laptop.
Okay. We're getting ready. We're
Nana
almost.
Oh, Nana, is it over?
Almost.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'll call you in a minute, girls.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
I think she's like,
Chris, is there anybody? Chris, do you want to check in? Who do we have left? Is that everybody?
Yep, that
Did we
would be
get
everybody. Chris P, are you
Chris
there?
P, do you want to check in?
Yes, I'm Chris. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, I don't know how to make a picture here. Do you know how to do that?
Sometimes you just have to okay your camera. It looks like you have a camera lens, but it looks like something might be over it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Do you know where
Okay. Well, I think I'll just have to have that look right there for now and until
All good.
someone can help me.
That's
all
okay. How are you doing? How's your chemistry?
My number, well, today was the first, I did the sardine challenge the end of July. And so today was the first day that my blood glucose was 104 and the ketones were 1.6.
Nice.
Okay.
So I guess it's time for another sardine challenge.
Yep. That's where I'm telling you, it's just rinse and repeat. When you find something that starts working and those numbers get better, you rinse and repeat until that stops working. Then you stress it again. So
Yeah.
you will get there. I love it. So stay in, be over in the group. Over in the big group is where everybody will meet. If you want to post any questions over there, as soon as all this calms down and slows down on this transition this week, we'll be over there posting challenges and things over there to get that group up and get everybody helping over there too. So it's going to be fun. Any questions? Any questions over on YouTube?
Nope. YouTube's been quiet.
YouTube's quiet tonight. Okay. That'll work. All right. Come on in, Olivia.
I was just wondering, have you had any issues with Keto Mojo and showing the numbers?
I had to put everybody back in my big group, but with all the things switching over right now, I haven't had time to go figure out the little groups. So I put everybody back in the big group, and as long as I keep everybody in the big group, I can go right to DBR. It's when I put them in individual groups that it wasn't letting me go to DBR. So I just found a workaround for right now till we can get with them, and I'm sure it's just a little glitch that they have to fix on their end of it, or I may have something wrong because I can't.
Yeah, I just sent him a message because I opened it up and there's only 3 numbers on there for me. So,
oh no,
there's nothing else except those 3.
Yeah, that's on the back end of them. Yeah, you'll want to reach out to them. Actually, with everything going on in the computer and the coaching platform and all of that, I haven't even been over there. So if something's happened in the last 48 hours, I don't even know.
We have no idea.
Okay.
Just trying to keep our heads above water right now. So we're just winging it. But
Y'all are doing good.
It is. It's going to be so good. There are so many things now in the works that we can just get this ball rolling to help you guys in so many more ways and better ways and more efficient. And
I already fixed that where those electric lights are. That's already fixed and done.
Just having a platform that we can do.
It's so easy.
Right. I mean, just something simple enough that, you know what, when there are little problems, we can go in and fix it. You don't need a whole IT team to do it. So we will get there together, guys. And I appreciate all your love and grace. Please let me know how we can help, what I can do to support you. And we will see you guys back here next week. Anybody still wanting into group classes this week, you can still get in at the last minute. Please get in by tonight, tomorrow morning at the latest, because classes start tomorrow night. So come on in, journeytoketo.com, work with me. If you want to group coaching, go ahead and get in there. So if not, talk to you guys next week.